Let's quickly talk about VirtualPostMail, and I want to really give you an in-depth review into this conversation. I want to give you everything you got to know before buying this service if you're interested in VirtualPostMail. So here's an overview I really want you to pay attention to. So when you think about VirtualPostMail, I want you to think about a US-based virtual mailbox service provider that offers real physical street addresses in California, Nevada, Florida, and Delaware. And right now, they actually stick to those 4 states as of the date of this show. Maybe in the future, they will expand to other locations. And VirtualPostMail offers many services both for personal use and for businesses, including mail and package forwarding. They have check deposits. They have registered agent services too. So if you are basically looking for a mailing address in any of those 4 states, you will find VirtualPostMail a great alternative. Okay. And on the other hand, if you need or want to have a business address elsewhere in the United States where VirtualPostMail is not an option, you can think about iPostal One, okay, which is in our view, one of the best rated virtual mailbox services out there. Okay. So welcome back to the show, boss. I really appreciate having you here. As I'm walking you through VirtualPostMail, I'm trying to explain to you their services, what they do and where they came from, and so on and so forth. Now, one thing you need to understand here is that VirtualPostMail has been one of the OGs in this sector for a long time. As a matter of fact, they started back in 2009, and the whole thing about virtual mailbox services, it's like a 20-year industry. Okay, very, very young one. So if you started in 2009, you are considered one of the OGs. Okay, and so basically, VirtualPostMail actually they started in 2009 to create innovative mail services to help people live and run their business remotely without being tied down by physical paper and location. Okay. So we love that a lot. And what we love also is that we love their customer service. We love, right now they offer virtual office. They also have virtual mailbox services. But the most important thing we love about VirtualPostMail is their customer service. Really, really fast. They are really knowledgeable. They're really responsive. They will work with you. They'll always place the customer priorities ahead. Okay, this is what we love a lot. VirtualPostMail, and we have actually seen this across the board where they're constantly trying to work for their customers. Fantastic. Now, let me quickly get into the nitty-gritty here. I want to really talk to you about the features that you will find very interesting on a VirtualPostMail. Okay, the number one feature is that you have real U.S. street addresses. So when you sign up with VirtualPostMail and any of their locations, you sign up for a real street address that other organizations will happily ship mail to. Okay, VirtualPostMail does not offer many options in terms of addresses because I told you they only have 4 states. Okay, so when you compare them to other virtual mailbox providers, you can see that they are a little limited. Okay, still, the ones they do offer are as genuine and shippable as they can be, right? These addresses are, they have Covina in California, in Los Angeles County, LA County. You have Henderson, Nevada, and Clark County. They have Clement, Delaware, in Newcastle County. And they have Brandon, Florida, in Hillsborough County. And you can use VirtualPostMail's street addresses for years to come to receive any type of postal mail. So these street addresses can receive mail from any organization and through any delivery carrier, including USPS, FedEx, and UPS. In fact, these addresses look so genuine that users even use them on their driver's licenses, credit card applications, and business listings. Okay, boss, let me quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having an in-depth review of VirtualPostMail, so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into before buying. Okay, so the first feature, real U.S. street address. Second feature, mail and package forwarding. So what we love about VirtualPostMail is that they have a very affordable and intuitive mail and packaging forwarding service that actually helps you send packages anywhere you want worldwide, not just in the States. Okay, any package you ship will have a scannable shipping label that allows you to view and manage the package's status online, much as you would normally manage your mail. So VirtualPostMail provides tons of different features to users for forwarding their packages, such as package consolidation, a variety of delivery partners to choose from, scheduling shipping dates, adding package insurance to your shipments and real-time tracking to the shipment. So this is really cool. Okay. Another great feature that we love here is that they are really fast when it comes to processing. This is really good. Okay. And they are actually constantly kicking ass in terms of innovation. We love that a lot. The third thing that we love when it comes to VirtualPostMail in terms of their services, they have online mail management. So anytime you actually receive mail in your account, VirtualPostMail will scan it outside and notify you through email. Okay, so you'll get an email from them and say, hey, listen, Mr. or ma'am, we have a mail for you. What do we do? Okay, so basically once you log into your account, you can decide what to do with your mail. So you can scan and open it, you can shred it, you can forward it, or you can store it. Those are the instructions you will give to VirtualPostMail. Okay, so if you choose the scan option, VirtualPostMail will scan the content of the mail at 200 plus DPI in full color and upload it as a high quality PDF. And so this is kind of cool. And so to further enhance their mail delivery services and actually simplify the mail sorting process, users can use smart address tags. They give you a set of standard letter-based tags that you add to the end of your mailbox number. For example, like number 1000N to pre-designate your mail. So each tag has a different letter code and can indicate one of the actions mentioned above, like open and scan, forward, trash, etc. Okay. Any new mail containing any of those tags is directly routed and processed according to the tag's instruction, skipping unnecessary mail steps and making processing faster. Another feature that we love a lot when it comes to VirtualPostMail is the fact that they have a dedicated check deposit service. Now, check deposit can be a really great add-on if you are considering a virtual mailbox. Why? Because you want to get paid and you want to make money, right? What if you work and people are just sending paychecks to you and you can't deposit it? You can't deposit those checks. You are actually delaying your revenue generation process. So having a check deposit is really cool. So when you receive a check in your account, VirtualPostMail they offer you the chance to deposit the check directly into a bank account of your choice. So when you select this option, your request is processed and your check is mailed out to the bank within 1 business day. So it's pretty good. And the process is really straightforward. As long as your bank supports mailing deposits, which almost all of them do, you don't need to worry about facing any difficulties while depositing the check into your bank account. Okay. And what's best about VirtualPostMail's check deposit service is that it's not bound to your subscription plan, and you only need to pay for the deposit that you make. No more, no less. I want to quickly talk to you also about 2 other services that they have, and not services, but 2 other features that are really prominent in our view when analyzing VirtualPostMail services. Okay, they have a free registered agent service for your business, which is really good because this is great if you have an LLC or you have a C corporation or S corporation. This could be really important. Now, every LLC and LP, every S corp and the C corp needs a registered agent of their own because it is the regulation. Okay. And a registered agent is basically the company's official contact with the state. And it is mandatory to designate one so the government can have an official contact file for your business. So failing to have one can result in severe consequences, both monetarily but also regulatory. Okay. So VirtualPostMail offers to be a registered agent for your business to process and receive legal documents on your behalf. So this service is absolutely free as long as your account is on a supported plan. And VirtualPostMail is one of the best registered agents so you can have you can get for your business because they can process your legal documents in a time-sensitive manner to protect your business image in the eyes of the state at all times. Okay, so this is really good to think about. And then the next one is premium security. But first, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm giving you an in-depth review of VirtualPostMail so you have a clear idea before you buy anything from them. Okay. So another feature that we love, that's this premium security. So VirtualPostMail is really recognized as a registered commercial mail receiving agent, a CMRA, at the highest level, which means that the USPS authorizes them to process and handle mail on your behalf. So they value user security and privacy the most, which is why all user information transfer between the servers is encrypted with bank-level SSL encryption. Okay, for example, all passwords are stored and made secure with a high-level SHA 256 encryption algorithm and never directly as clear text. So this ensures that no one finds your account's passwords and gains access to it unless you leak it yourself, of course. Okay, and VirtualPostMail's mailing facilities also have round-the-clock surveillance with security alarms and camera systems to protect your mail and packages, and your mail can only be accessed by authorized personnel who themselves have gone through a background check. I want to quickly talk to you about the pros and cons of a virtual post mail. Let's quickly get into that. So first, the pros. So virtual post mail is very safe. I mean, this is really cool. I just spoke to you about that, safe in terms of physical safety, so physical integrity, also digital integrity. This is really important. And virtual post mail is a registered commercial mail receiving agent, so CMRA. So in other words, you basically have the legitimacy of the U.S. government through the USPS. This is really good, okay? And if you own, let's say, an LLC or a limited partnership, virtual post mail can act as a registered agent, okay, for the service of processing and receiving legal documents on your business's behalf. And so this service is free with any plan you choose except Henderson, Nevada starters plan. Virtual Postmail also has unlimited cloud storage for all of your mail as long as your account remains active. You have unlimited incoming mail on all plans above the Plus tier. You have a 30-day back money guarantee, like 30-day back guarantee, something you don't get with the PO box provider, for example. Okay, so those are things I really want you to think about before. I mean, those are things that are benefits that you get with virtual Postmail. Now, nothing is perfect in life. Okay, nothing is always perfect in life, and so virtual Postmail does have some cons, some detriment, some disadvantages. Let's quickly go through that. Let's quickly go through their cons. Number one, they have a very limited number of mail processing centers across the country, with only 4 centers currently active to scan and process your mail and packages, which can cause a lot of mail and packages to actually be delayed. You have expensive pricing compared to their competitors, such as iPostal One and PostScan Mail, which offer similar plans at half the price. Okay. And what we have found in our research is that Virtual Postmail they have a low number of reviews on all major review platforms, despite being around for more than a decade now, which is really, really concerning when you really think about that. And customer support is only active Monday through Friday, and not on holidays or weekends from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific through phone. The number is 909-235-6245 or email at help@virtualpostmail.com. And the service right now does not have any dedicated apps either on Android or on iPhone, okay, forcing smartphone users to access virtual postmail sites from their browser. So those are things you need to really think about. Let's talk about the pricing. This is an important element that you need to really pay attention to. So I want you to see on the screen right now, here is the standard pricing. And here is the additional pricing. And obviously this is as of the date of this show. So it's really important to understand that when you think about the virtual postmail and you think about their pricing plans, you have starter, you have plus, you have business, and you have premiums. Okay. Again, this classification, this categorization is actually valid as of the date of this show. Maybe when you watch this video a couple of years from now, the categorization will be different. But one thing I want to say here is that the pricing, the ultimate price you pay, will depend on certain things. For example, incoming mail limits, scan limits, maximum recipients, extra mail or piece, extra recipients. And so basically, if you run overage regularly in terms of your incoming mail, then you are going to pay more, right? Because if you have the starter plan, for example, you have the incoming mail, which is limited to 25. And when you go above that, it would just maybe make sense to go with a higher plan. Okay. So what I want to say here is that their most popular plan is their plus plan. And you have to look at what really works for you though. But the plus plan is really, really where you get the juice here, because you have unlimited incoming mail limits. Okay, this is kind of cool. Now you still have a 50 to 75 scan limits, and you have a 5 maximum recipients. But the whole thing here is that you need to think about, in our view, virtual post mail remains relatively more expensive than their competitors. Like if you were to look at virtual post mail versus iPostal 1, for example, virtual post mail does not actually, they do not compare. They can't play, they don't play on the same turf as iPostal 1. No questions about it. Okay. Not only are they limited in their services, but more importantly, they are also more expensive. Whereas iPostal 1 has 25 to 2,800 locations globally. They have multiple locations in the States, whereas virtual post mail only has 4. On top of that, virtual post mail is more expensive than iPostal 1 in terms of pricing. All right, let's quickly have a conversation about, let me give you a decision here. So virtual post mail, is it the option that you should go after? Is it right for you? That's a really important question. And the whole thing here is that everything goes back to your preferences. Okay. Virtual post mail offers users several great and intuitive features combined with world-class security and professional business support. But however, just like many other virtual mailbox providers, virtual post mail has a few problems that users must be aware of before deciding if this is the best option. Okay. First, they don't offer addresses outside the US. Okay. On top of that, it has really, like, the service has a very limited number of locations within the country, only 4. And even though they have great security features like their SHA 256 encryption and unlimited incoming mail, these are still very expensive compared to what most virtual mailbox providers charge. So virtual post mail has 2 problems in our view. Number of locations limited, and pricing is too expensive. Those are the main things. Now, the third thing that really is a little concerning to us is the lack of reviews online. Because if you have a company that has been in business for more than 10 years, mind you, they started back in 2009, okay, 2009, and all those 10 years, more than 10 years, by the way, though, they were not able to rack up reviews. Now you can say, well, they're not active online. They don't really care, because you have a lot of big companies that have bad reviews online. But the problem with virtual post mail is that they don't even have reviews. So the question is, why? Is it because they are able to delete those reviews or whatever? I'm just speculating here, but those are things you need to be aware of. Now, would we recommend virtual post mail? Yes, we will. We would. If the state that, like, if you wanted to have a virtual mailbox service in those 4 states that we just mentioned, yes. However, if your goal is more like having access to a larger constellation of options, then virtual post mail is definitely not the service for you. On top of that, they're expensive. Okay, so we would recommend another player, like an alternative, like iPostal 1, for example. If those considerations are what matter to you, what I just said. Okay, so is it really worth it? Yes, virtual post mail is worth it if you are looking for world-class security, intuitive features, and premium business support, and you don't mind paying a premium price or facing slightly important delivery delays due to the limited number of locations. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about virtual post mail, and I was giving you the overview, the features, the pros and cons, the pricing, and the decision you need to go through to choose whether or not you want to go with virtual post mail. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.